I was in Texas all weekend and everything, so I was talking to the team. I said, yo, one podcast would be great that we can make happen while I'm in Texas. Let's get Unc and 4 Extra together.
You said that last week, and that's
Correct.
what led to me saying, well, you gonna tell them you from Hoover? You gonna let them know you got the Hoover tag?
And I do not think that actually got discussed, right?
I specifically avoided
that's how that even came up.
It was already too heated.
No, but Wax said, oh, he brung him up. No. He said,
that didn't come up. I did it.
No, he said about putting them together in a pod. I'm like, well, is you gonna let them know you from Hoover? You got the Hoover tag? And that's when he started getting pressured up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real Hoover. I'm straight Hoover. All that shit, you know what I'm saying?
He said I'm straight Hoover.
Yeah, I'm straight Hoover. Like, no, he said I'm straight Hoover. Like, I guess I'm Hoover for real type shit. But Wax said he brung him up.
I thought he was some 60 Hoover.
No,
he did say that too.
He's a mixed breed.
He was saying that too.
How you gonna say I'm straight Hoover?
That's what he said, bro. He said something about putting them together. I'm like, shit, what you gonna tell that nigga that you from Hoover? Shit, I think that's what he should know, right?
And that's like the whole thing, like,
and that's when he got pressured up.
But judging from the vibe that day, because
and nobody said nothing about fighting. He said I don't fight. He went straight to I don't fight.
Oh yeah. I'm from St. Louis.
Adam like ain't nobody saying nothing about fighting. He's like, I don't fight. Y'all niggas, y'all bred to fight. Y'all skinny got skinny legs to me.
Big tops, little bottoms.
I'm like, no, but the boy Adam said. Not Adam. The boy Wax said.
So now y'all got him pressured up about not working that no jumper because of that?
Man, he gonna be more pressured up. He keep at it, bro, with the gang shit.
Agreed. But okay, so
he said a lot of things that weren't true.
I didn't know how negative 4 Extra was going to basically be towards Unc, because I kind of forgot that Unc had said a bunch of gay stuff about 4 Extra. He kept saying that the reason why he wanted to go to jail was because he likes getting hit extra and all this kind of stuff. Like he said a bunch of that. I kind of forgot because he just says a million different crazy things or whatever. I actually thought that if anything, the main thing that 4 Extra was going to lecture him about, which was going to be kind of ironic because it's his ops technically, but I thought 4 Extra was going to be telling him, you can't be saying that kind of stuff around gang members from LA. Like, I thought he was going to be pissed about what he said in front of Munchie, even though 4 Extra and Munchie don't get along. It turns out, I don't think that really became a centered conversation.
It was
brought up, right?
But yeah.
But it wasn't like, a big thing. Instead, 4 Extra was really concerned about the disrespect that he felt. And I think 4 Extra also had words with Unc off camera, and in Unc's description, Unc said that 4 Extra basically said, I'm gonna kill you, which honestly
he was playing.
Right, for sure he was probably joking around.
Sure,
I've heard 4 Extra say that a lot about things that I think, he didn't seriously intend to do that in situations, But either way,
that was not a threat.
Unc was freaked out by it and comes on to the podcast, and he ended up feeling as if he was set up and jumped and that no jumper was intentionally making him look bad. My response to that immediately would be like, there's a bunch of gangsters who do podcasts on here. One of them, you use the term to disrespect his hood repeatedly in front of him. The other one, 4 Extra, you implied that he was having gay sex in jail. What the did you think was going to happen making those kind of jokes, especially somebody like 4 Extra? Like, does he seem like the king of restraint and just, complacency? Like he was just going to sit there calmly in front of you after you had said this kind of stuff about him? Doesn't really seem likely. So it's kind of hard to pivot into viewing Unc as a full-blown victim.
No,
given so many of his statements.
100%. He said something about whack ass. He said before I do something, Power whack, I need to see if his asshole wrinkled or something. He is. I'm like, damn, this nigga crazy. Like
but I kind of felt like 4 Extras. He didn't just come right out and make it about the Munchie situation.
No, he didn't.
It was much later.
But he was on him on camera too, like as far as like, look, bruh, stop playing. Like
with all gang members
with all
out
this
here,
gang stuff and you being disrespectful and stuff like that. Like, man, stop playing. All that character. Like, ain't nobody going for that, man. You need to, for real, stop playing.
That's over.
Here's the thing that I don't get, right? To me, Unc is like, you feel me? He bought a pair of cleats. He bought a mitt. You feel me? He's like, oh, I just signed to a major league team. I'm in the major leagues. And then he's like, oh my God, they just threw 98 miles per hour fastball. Like, oh my God, this ball curves, a slider? I didn't know they were going to throw sliders. Like, bro, you asked for this. You said you wanted to change the trajectory. You're going to save everybody from the evil pitfalls of gangbanging. We're all the same. Da, da, da. He's kicking all this. Okay, so you get put in front of the real members, and then you are surprised when there's like kickback and animosity. I thought you ain't new to this, you true to this. It's a nucleus. Like, how is this an issue?
Dear God.
Now, it's mad confusing, especially because the day of, so when we
hold that thought. I just need to send a big shout out to our sponsor over at Everything 420. They're basically the Amazon of smoking gear. They've got everything from vapes to grinders to glass to edibles, flour, even shrooms, if that's your vibe. The E420 app is also crazy to use. You just scroll, tap, and boom, fast, discreet shipping straight from Dallas, where I literally was this morning. Damn, I should have picked up some Everything 420 while I was out there. Oh, and they've even got a $4.20 section, which is wild. And they also always have deals going on too. So check out their app and make sure you use code NOJUMPER for extra money off. Shout out to our sponsor, Everything 420. Lush, I hate to cut you off there, but I was supposed to do that a few minutes ago.
Solid.
Okay, what were you saying?
So like that day, first a lot of Faux Extra's people got there. You feel me? And then like Unc and his people got there, but Faux Extra wasn't there yet. And he winds up coming later with even more people, right?
Okay.
As that's happening, we about to start the music stream. So apparently Faux Extra, like when Unc's getting introduced to the different members or whatever, like he feels like they're pressing him, and you guys know
that's
like,
how you greet you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. That's literally a greeting. If I'm like, "What's up, Adam 22, New Hampshire Crip," you feel me? Like that's how you introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying? You say your name and where you're from. It's not necessarily an aggressive act by doing that. Unc felt, he's like, I walked in, I got surrounded by fools talking about 40 Crip, 40 Crip, 40 Crip.
Right.
And I guess he didn't understand that. But then apparently, I didn't hear this, but I guess Faux Extra off the back was pressing Unc, and they had a conversation off cam previous to when they came on cam. So I was starting the music stream. I didn't even arrive at their pod until like 6 or 7 minutes in. And then by the time I did, what made him turn up the second time was when he basically said, Unc was like, I walked in the room and everybody was talking about 40 Crip, 40 Crip, 40 Crip. And I was like, I don't know what the that means. And then that just like not only Extra, but then all his people were like, what? You ain't say that. Da, da, da. So it was like kind of,
which I think like in his mind, that's not an offensive.
I don't think he meant it. I didn't think he meant it offensively.
Right. Yeah. But also I think he knows when he says something like that it's likely to get some kind of reaction, but it still leaves a little bit of room for him to be like, I didn't jump out the window 100%. I didn't say the craziest thing possible, but I think in general, I mean, this is part of a multi-layered discussion, but I think that, we need to be making sure that people respect that they can't just bring hella people here. Like I don't know how many people are actually here, but Unc was describing like, well, I had like 50 people around me. I'm like, bro, what do you like? Why is that even being allowed? We had security that day. This isn't supposed to be a situation where anyone can bring that many people in here. And I don't know why, like I wasn't here, but I don't know why that's not being respected by the people who were here. And in addition to that, why is 4 Extra even like, he's been here long enough. He knows that that's not cool. We've told him that many times.
He was pretty deep. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Like
It wasn't Travis Ford deep.
He said he was pretty deep. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, that got exaggerated a lot. At some point, that became 100 Crips.
No, that was really,
that was like a solid 20.
No, they were like 30, 40 deep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard around 40, but
Travis and them.
Even with that group, I'm talking about with the Faux Extras group. I don't think it was that aggressive. That's just how niggas greet each other.
It wasn't.
And he not used to that.
Right.
So if niggas coming in, what's up? Trey Gangsta, he looking like that ain't begging them. Nah, they introducing themselves. Nigga, that's just how gangbangers.
It's pretty regular.
They didn't even say where you from.
I hate that. That'll make me get into it with somebody fast. Like if they bang aggressive or say they hood twice, bro. Like say that shit regular, bro. Like
but
they was though.
We greet each other. What's up? Much you be IFG, but I
know a difference from monotones and somebody just that's how they talk. Some people be extra, bro. Like you know what I'm saying with the way they say they hood and come in and want to be with it. Like bro, hold the.
And then you gotta expect that energy when people seeing your whole gimmick. Your whole thing is making fun and thinking shit funny with this gangbang shit. So maybe they was banging on them aggressive after like so because you gonna know not to like play with the 40s, nigga, 40 crip. Like, you know what
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
saying?
Unc, that's a different that's a different
Yeah, no,
character. I'm talking about like
he-
other members with other members.
But I mean, like, given the way that 4Extra podcasted with him, I think that it's fair to say that all of his homies were probably told, "Hey, this guy has disrespected 4Extra." So
You ain't got to be told.
we're not going to just beat the shit out of him, but let's at least let him know what the vibe is.
But they also, to be fair, when they introduced themselves to everyone in the office, they did the same exact thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were like, oh, we're gonna just. They said it to everyone like, hey, what's up? I'm so and so from so and where.
I'm Brian, 40 Crip. Hello, how you
Yeah,
doing?
Brian.
No, for sure. But okay. In addition to that, I would just like to say this: we are rolling out the Unc and 4Extra content. It has proven very, very difficult for us to get this content uploaded and monetized. So as a result, the clip that was supposed to come out today, the team is still censoring words out of it and working on getting it approved because there is so much swearing and profanity that there's just tons of edits that need to be done. Now, the great thing about that is that all the fans out there, you can watch the whole thing right now with no censorship at all. All you have to do is become a member, and that is the top link in the description, I do believe. So shout out to anybody who does choose to do that, but we will be premiering the whole thing. It just might not be happening quite as quickly as we would like because there is so much swearing and profanity.
If people don't know how difficult, how strenuous them edits be, all the cursing and going on.
My heart goes out to someone like Laura who is working on that right now.